also forms of violence that should be addressed. The second, he says, there are people who are trading on the street, which he agrees is wrong. However, he thinks that some people collect money from them in the first instance to encourage them to do the street trading and then turn around to beat them up or to harass them. And he believes these ones are wrong. I think this is what I understand. Hey, Ramin, did I get you right? If that is the case, I will find out. But let me assure you, I have publicly denounced our traffic management agency officials. I have warned them that their business is to assure this happened around Aduwawa. The driver just blocking right in front of my car. Everywhere in the world, the security of the state official is important because it can create all sorts of other things. So some of our drivers, if they come back to me, then I wonder what they do to some other persons. And sometimes you find the road is completely blocked, not because there are too many vehicles on the road, but because drivers will simply not obey basic traffic laws. We have street lights. It tells you when to stop and when to move. Some people drive even when the street light says stop. Someone has a duty to enforce the law. The challenge, however, is to ensure that in enforcing the law, we do not resort to primitive tactics. I always say to our people that we are not in a military government. You don't use horsewhip to compel people to obey. If they don't obey, take them to court. And I think we have convicted quite a number of people. But let me also say, I am aware we have some overzealous officials. We also have corrupt ones who use the uniform for self-help. But that is a challenge we must keep on dealing with. Whenever you find such ones, don't hesitate to get the message across. We are going to open the public telephone system where you can forward the text message or report anyone who has done something wrong, and we'll also encourage them to wear their name tag so that you can easily identify those who are responsible for some misconduct. And for those selling on the street side, I agree with you, we won't allow anybody to continue. I'm aware that in the past, people actually take money and ask people to trade on the road. I know even myself, I've run into trouble, tried to enforce, you remember the encounter between a widower like myself and another widow. So, but these are challenges. We must remain focused on those. Yes, yes, sir. Thank you, Chief.
My father and mother brother, thing I want to really let every one of us be aware of is that crises do come in any forms and in various areas. And the perpetrators of crises and injustices, they are from different communities. And in communities, we have what we call the CDA. I believe that if all these CDAs are well organized and with the support of every one of us, we'll be able to avert crises before it resolves its end. And when we continue to do this, we find that the energy we will be using to really douse tensions, we will have that very energy to prevent and to be well for the state. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Yes, move the mic to the front.
Your Excellency, the Honorable Speaker, Your Royal Highness, the other protocols there. Firstly, let me appreciate His Excellency for briefing the Edo people at home and abroad the political situation or the crisis situation in the state today. I've always known that there's difference between the executive arm of government and the legislative arm. I'm also aware that the governor cannot intrude in any matter that is being handled in the legislative arm of government. The governor may not have gone far. This problem has caused His Majesty concern, and he called the two political parties and advised them to maintain peace and order. They ignore that. And of course, we know as traditional rulers, since this matter is in court, we have an extent to go. So nobody like a troublesome state. People say you royal fathers are not doing anything, we do. Thank God the governor has explained everything. One thing that is clear is that the Edo people know all the politicians in the state. They're not new to us. They are not new to us. They have been in politics for ages in this state. And even as subjects, they know the good and the bad and the ugly. And they know the path to follow. You see, it's a pity that some jump into trailers that have Volkswagen engine that cannot climb it over here and start making trouble. I believe that with God on our side, and of course, everything is coming down, and we want to employ religious leaders to pray that nothing disturbs this administration that is focused. Your Excellency, once more, I want to thank you for briefing the Edo people at home and abroad, because I'm sure that this program is live on television and they'll get to know. But firstly, I forgot to mention, my name is Ehidi Amen the First, the Onoji of Opoji, and first Vice Chairman of the Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs. Your Excellency, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Your Highness, thank you so very much for your comments and advice.
Comrade Governor, sir, I want to ask question first, to be followed by brief comment. We heard that in all these problems, there is a case that is pending in the Supreme Court. Has that been disposed of?
Okay. Well, I think the one I heard, I do not have all the, I don't know the true state of affairs now in respect of that particular matter. I understand, following the ruling of the Court of Appeal, ordering the 3 suspended members to obey the order of the High Court, that these 3 members have gone to the Supreme Court to ask the Supreme Court to set aside the ruling of the Court of Appeal. And I suspect the matter is still pending at the Supreme Court as of now.